Coffee Prince is a beautiful artistic drama that has a lot of really underlying, subtle, nuanced things in life that happen that you don't really want to draw attention to. Like people taking a shit. Or...
What are you talking about?
There's several scenes where people are taking a piss. They're like a guy standing at a urinal. They talk about things like taking a crap and constipation, and guys taking a piss and being like, "Oh, look at my might. Look how mighty my stream of urine is." Really?
That comes up in the English subtitles.
Yeah.
How come every time I peek over your shoulder to catch a scene of Coffee Prince while you're watching it, it's just the chick who looks like a boy and the main Gong Yu character flirting with each other? But then you tell me about the bathroom scenes.
Okay, because the majority of the scenes are actually them getting to know each other, them flirting with each other, them working with each other. But every once in a while, there will be a random scene of potty humor. Literally. Potty humor.
Why do you think it is that so many young people think this is one of the best ones of all time?
Because it's extremely well laid out. I mean, a lot of it is kind of cut and paste what makes a good drama between the love scenes. You have a complicated love square where everyone is interconnected. I mean, you have people dying, pregnancies, people finding out that, they're adopted, like all these people having cancer, all these crazy, like, little mini subplots that are very popular, stuck within this big overarching story. And the overarching story is beautiful. Like, the actual story, the main characters are beautiful. Gong Yu, Yoon and Hae, they're both extremely talented and beautiful actors and actresses. Like, Gong Yu is one of the most sexiest actors out there, and he is also one of the most talented. Yoon and Hae is also, she's considered one of the most beautiful girls in Korea. She's also a model. And her acting is so good in this that it popped her up to the A-list.
How old is she?
I think she's like my age. She's not that old.
27 Korean age?
I'm actually not sure. I'd have to look it up.
How many people out there that are interested in Asian dramas do you think haven't yet seen Coffee Prince?
I'm sure that there are a lot. But at the same time, Coffee Prince is a staple. I mean, if you're going to get into Korean dramas, if you're going to get into Asian dramas at all, Coffee Prince is one of the best dramas that you can possibly watch. Like I said, for the acting, for the beautiful story plot, and things that I'll mention later, things like they have a fantastic soundtrack that's all indie, a lot of good-looking guys, and that you throw a couple attractive women in with a bunch of good-looking guys. Girls want to watch it. And it's also, I mean, considering the main character's kind of playing this tomboyish character, guys can kind of appreciate and enjoy it too.
You saw that post on mydramalist.com where the author wrote about, generally speaking, all the themes of Asian dramas, or Korean dramas in particular. When she initially started watching, she thought all the dramas were unique. Then after she had seen several of them, she realized that there was a set of reoccurring themes. Does Coffee Prince fit into this style of drama making?
Oh, yeah. And a lot of it. I mean, it starts off, you have, for example, the contract, because at the beginning they make a contract where she pretends to be his male lover so that he doesn't have to go on these matchmaking dates to kind of like scare the women off. She pretends to be his gay lover. So it starts off with the contract, and then you have, I can't remember what all the things she wrote were. You have that, you have, for example, the health problems. You have a grandmother who's dying of cancer. You have the very rich guy who is set to inherit a huge food corporation. You have the Yoon character who, she plays a character named Un-chan, who is a young woman who more or less has to become this male role, this male character, in order to provide for her family, because her father died when she was 16 and she's got to step up. Somebody's got to take care of the family. Her mother goes and throws around her credit card like it's nothing, and her younger sister is a prima donna who wants to be a famous singer and doesn't have the talent.
Think they'll make a Coffee Prince too?
I wish. But at this point in time, do I think they're going to make a Coffee Prince 2? No. I mean, this was created in 2007, and, you know, there are certain Korean dramas that are older that are epic. Full House is one, Coffee Prince is another. Like, these, for example, are two insanely awesome dramas that, right now they're trying to recreate a Full House 2. It's coming out, and it's going to be, I think, between Japan and Korea. And first off, they can't get the same characters, because that's from back in like 2002 or 2003, I'm not quite sure which year. But you can't get B to come out and be the main character again. You can't. They can't really afford either of the main actors anymore because they've become too popular. And then on top of that, I mean, they're too old now. They're too old to really relate to.
How old are they?
Rain's, I'm sure, in his mid to late 30s, as is the girl. I mean, they're beyond the point of being like teenage heartthrobs. You know, or so.
Same with Gong Yoo.
Well, Gong Yoo, that's the thing. Before Coffee Prince, or before he did his military service, when he was in Coffee Prince, he was still utterly swoon-worthy. He still looked very young. He had a young attitude because he hadn't done his manlyhood army training yet. And Yoon Hae, she still was relatively young as an actress. I mean, she had done Gung and she had done several other dramas, but she wasn't quite an A-list actress. So now, first off, they can't afford to really pay her to make another Coffee Prince 2. And the other thing is, you know, the story wouldn't be the same. They would end up having to be, like, married and having children because so much time has passed, and nobody wants to watch a Coffee Prince where, you know, a couple of people are married, grandma is dead, and it just, you can't do it. Too much time has passed.
Those are really nice earrings.
Thank you. I got them when I was like 6.
Come on.
I'm serious.
How come I've never seen them before?
Because I brought them back, along with a lot of jewelry.